Take 5 with Ricovibes, the ultimate in entertainment. Live interviews, social commentary, and so much more. Go tell somebody you're now locked into Take 5 with Ricovibes. This episode of Take 5 with Ricovibes is brought to you by
Jamaica, Jamaica. Me love Jamaica, me nah sell out.
Join us in paradise, where 7 miles of white sandy beaches, beautiful people, delectable food, and pulsating music, energy, and vibes is the norm.
You would have been anytime we apart.
Let's celebrate 15 years of making dreams a reality. It's Campari Dream Weekend, Negril, Jamaica, August 2 to 6th, 2024. 5 days of non-stop premium drink and food inclusive events. It's the festival that never sleeps, featuring local and international artists and DJs that leave you breathless day and night. Forget all the stress that life brings for 5 days of fun can done.
My dude.
Come to Jamaica. Come to Campari Dream Weekend. Starting from as low as $300 for 8 events over 5 days with $100 deposit. All events are premium drink and food inclusive. Book now at dreamweekend.com. Must be 18 years or older to attend. Drink responsibly.
What's up, everybody? It's yours truly, Ricovibes, and welcome to another edition of Take 5. I got a special guest in the building. Actually, I'm in his building today. Mr. Oliver Samuels. How are you, sir?
I am very well, thanks. Very, very well.
Oh, man, good. Good to see you again. You're back in the Atlanta area with a brand new play. But before we get to that, now, I know you probably talked about your life thousands of times.
Too many.
But not to my audience. So, just get a brief overview of where you're coming from, what got you into the business of plays, acting, etc.
Where I'm coming from a place, a banana estate called Tremolesworth, in the parish of St. Mary. And I think this thing was born in me, this acting thing was born in me, because as a little child, even before I knew what I was doing, I was entertaining and did not know that I was entertaining. I grew up and in my primary school days, I was the one who was always organizing these penny concerts to get donation, to get funds to, say, for example, buy seeds for a little farm plot. I would organize penny concerts to get money to repair the organ, or money just to buy polish to clean our desks. So but I didn't know that this was something that was innate, that it was inside of me and all that kind of stuff. And then as growing up, I became aware of the presence of the late Honorable Louis Bennett Coverley. And this awareness, coupled with an incident that took place by my going to a movie, and it was raining in the film, and it felt so real that it was like it was raining outside of the movie house. And when I got out, it was very dry. There was no rain. Right. So I said to my brother, "Boy, it's so funny. Look how it didn't fall in our movies. And out here dry. And he said to me, "I flim you idiot, you." And believe you me, I did not know what he meant.
Right.
But I know that I want to be a part of that magic.
Wow. And that's when you knew.
And that is when, coupled with the existence of the late Honorable Louis Bennett Coverley, I knew I had to be in that magic.
Wow. So you've never thought about doing anything else after that?
Always on my mind was the fact that I want to become a teacher, and a teacher of English language.
Oh, so I guess you have mastered the English language at that point.
I don't know. But I mean, I can write a letter. Right. I can speak it, but it's not my favorite thing.
It's not your favorite thing.
No. My language is the Jamaica language.
Gotcha. Okay. So what was the first project, transform from that day and the rain in the movies to your first project? What was that?
I must tell you, I, as I said, was always performing. On the estate where I was born, there was no formal entertainment. It's bush, and therefore the adults would then on the weekends, they would come as a group, as a community, and they would entertain themselves while the children, because picnic and adult not supposed to mix.
True.
Right.
True.
Seen and not heard. Right. But so we would have all the space and have our own entertainment, the moonshine darling, the ring game and all that kind of stuff. So I was always in it, but it wasn't anything that I thought would have propelled me to this position that I'm in now. But after the whole thing of that movie thing, I've always felt this urge that I want to go to a place I know called Hollywood.
Right.
I want to. So my dream.
Right.
I began dreaming of going to Hollywood. Me not think me not the mood to get the story of me in Hollywood though. But
So you did go to Hollywood? Because now you got me curious.
well, let me tell you. Years passed and I started in the theater.
Right.
I left the country, St. Mary where I come from, and I went to Kingston.
Right.
And I went to Kingston for two reasons. In pursuit of my dream and hopefully to earn some money to help my mother that was sick at the time. And I was there searching, job hunting, and while job hunting, asking people to know anywhere where you could go learn theater and all that kind of stuff. Well, it so happened that I got a job. Enough story, it's plenty story. My life is very colorful, so I really don't have the time.
Right.
I got a job. I'll give one of the funny ones.
Right.
I got a job, but the job I got was to be a proofreader at the Gleaner Company. But in my heart, I said, if I'm a proofreader, because you have to be there at night,
Right.
If I'm a proofreader, how would I, if an opportunity comes that I should get involved in theater, how would I manage? So this day when I went to for my first day at the work, the man is insisting that everybody who should sign contract. And I know that I'm not signing no contract because so when I go for lunch, I don't go back.
So you spent one day there?
So
or
half a day. Half a day at the famous Gleaner Company.
Wow.
And then I got a job up by the university and in the domestic bursary, and so I am there and looking out, and luckily one day my friends, Carlton Brown and Noel Brown, no relation, they went on the street it was a Saturday morning, and they brought back the newspaper, but they tore out this little ad that says people interested in theatre should go to the little theatre for audition. And them threw it. I was in the bed and them threw it on me and said, "Hey man, are you that?" So the Monday evening they took me to the theatre, and that's how the rest is history. When I did the audition, me never know what audition was. Me look at the dictionary.
Are you serious?
Yes, I was. I'm very serious. And I went and I read, and I even remember where I read an excerpt from something called a play called A View from the Bridge, and the gentleman said to me, "Don't call us, we'll call you." And let me tell you something, my entire world was crushed, completely crushed, because I said, well, I didn't get through. But about 2-3 days after, I got a letter from to say that I've been accepted. And I went and I started the training and that kind of stuff. And here I am today, thank God.
What age was that?
Age, I was about 20, 21.
That's a very young age.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. I grew up, I'm from St. Kitts Nevis.
Yeah.
And so my first recollection of yourself was a TV show called Oliver at Large.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure you've done stuff before that, but my recollection of the first
Absolutely.
time I saw
It would have been because with all of the works that I was doing before that were works that kept me in Jamaica.
Gotcha.
And so you would not have heard of me. The Oliver at Large came out of another story. A gentleman, a Jamaican, but he lives in Canada, came to Jamaica, saw me in Trevor Roan's play Schools Out, and thought that I was so good. And he waited at the end and congratulated me on the performance and said, "You should be on television. Why aren't you on television?" And I said, "Well, I don't know. We tend to gravitate to the foreign things and all that." And he said, "Listen, I am going back to Canada and returning shortly, and I am going to see to it that you're on television."
Really?
Now, I have heard those same things expressed time and time again, and therefore I just said politely, yes, I am excited and thing. But I just forgot about it just after he left. But it's strangely, I was with government, working with government at the time, and I was seconded from the Social Development Commission to the Office of the Prime Minister.
Yeah, good jobs, man.
Lord, good job, sir. Name. And I was seconded to the Office of the Prime Minister because I was to be doing something for Jamaica 25, I think, or independence. And I had gone to Mexico to learn to do the mosaic, the art of mosaic. And so I had to go there because that office was responsible for this big exhibition where I have like 2,003 children doing all of these, the flag of Jamaica, Mexico flag, England flag, and people doing the wave and all that sort of stuff in all shapes and forms. So I was up there and I saw this gentleman and I said, there you are.
And that was the same gentleman?
Yes, the same gentleman from Canada. And there he went right to Babsy to tell him about his experience with me, seeing me in the show, and why I'm not on television, and would need to get me on television. And the Honorable Olivia Babsy Grange got in touch with the television station, our local television station, then JBC, and them worked some magic. And we did about 5 episodes, 5 vignettes, these 5-minute things. And look here, it brought on a demand on the nation. Them said them want more, the Jamaican people wanted more. And so we had to expand it to the 30 minutes thing. And that's how it goes. So the late Aston Cook contributed tremendously to the writing, and the one and only Patrick Brown, he did tremendously, brilliantly well in that.
Wow.
So, and that was...
How many years did you do that for?
I did that. We did a 13 episode, which would be for a season, a year, and then we did shoot off like Oliver Large Abroad or something like that. But the Oliver at Large is the undisputed biggest success in local television.
I can imagine.
Yeah.
I can imagine.
Hence, you would now know about me through piracy, bootlegging, and I think the JBC had an arrangement with the Caribbean Broadcasting Union to air it.
So do you own those
No,
shows?
I don't. But look, we went into it out of a demand for the thing in Jamaica, and truly out of ignorance, not knowing the marketability of the thing, and so we've lost. No one, probably one person, no one has gained any real wealth, from it.
That's
It
unbelievable.
only brought me fame, if I should say that, or it's called it popularity.
Popularity.
It brought me popularity. That's about it.
Wow. When did you get into writing plays?
I cannot give you a definitive date or time, but I started out of the fact that I have ideas, and actually, I was working with some staff members of a bank and just training them, giving them insights into the craft and all that sort of stuff. And so they formed this group, and they said we should do a play. And I got the responsibility of writing the thing. I'm so sorry. You can edit that.
No problem.
And I came up with the idea to write something about a bank situation, and so I wrote that must be that first thing, A Teller's Tale, wherein you have this red Jamaican fellow who treats everybody who has color with respect, but he has no regard for the black man. And so him and this lady went into one war. You know, this woman with her basket on her head going there, and it was quite a successful thing. And he should write. But I'm lazy too. And so if there's not a need, I don't really think. Some people get inspiration by just being or sitting there and getting. I have not reached that level yet, but
Gotcha.
that's been a long time ago. That must have been in the 80s.
Right.
But I've written quite a number of
course,
plays
of course.
since.
How many of your plays, how many of the jokes are written on the page, and how many are ad-lib?
All jokes that you see in Olive Heart Lodge were written by Patrick Brown,
Okay.
or all his episodes. And every play I've done with Patrick Brown, and all those jokes are Patrick Brown's.
Okay.
In my works, I can say that most of them are mine. But if an actor comes up with something clever and it's accepted, I put it in there. The actor don't get any credit, so the actor doesn't get any credit. But in my world, in my mind, I know the actor did their work. For example, this work that we're doing, Teeth and Tongue, I've called it a collaborative piece, because of the contributions that people have made, especially Audrey Reed, in bringing it to the level it is. I would never say written by Oliver Sammons and Audrey Reed and Dan Silvera and but they've contributed quite a bit.
Gotcha. When you look at people like Tyler Perry and those people, you know, they've adapted their plays into movies or TV shows, or even put it on videos or streaming platforms. Have you thought about that with your plays?
No, because we're not no money. We're broke.
But you never thought about getting investors to I would think to take it to that level.
Getting investors in Jamaica is one of the hardest things. Getting investors in Jamaica is one of the hardest things. Believe you me. Because I think Jamaican investors view returns as something immediate.
Gotcha.
You know, they're not in it for the long haul and all that kind of stuff. So that is it.
Doing plays, is that what keeps you motivated, or should I ask, what keeps you motivated?
My work, my theatrical work, because I told people that there are three people that make me laugh, really laugh, and those three are Audrey Reed, Deanne Silvera, and Anne-Marie Fuller. I laugh, and they are grounded in theater. Anne-Marie went into her Christian life and thing, but even so, even now, she still makes me laugh. But the theater is where I belong, and that's where I thrive and grow. You know, I love it. It's my passion.
I can see. I've seen quite a few of your plays.
Yeah.
Talk a little bit about Teeth and Tongue.
Oh, well. Teeth and Tongue. Again, we explore friendships and infidelity and things that the human existence. It is not unique to us as a people,
True.
but it's humanistic. It happens in every culture. It happens in every class, and it's the story of these three people, and they're like caught in a web, and these two women, they are friends, and they've been friends from birth, you know, and here's this man that came into one of their lives and uses a weakness in at his wife's friend's vulnerable stage. Use that to enter into her life, and it is a thing where she cannot escape him, or he cannot escape her, irrespective of how they try. It is like they are so interconnected.
Gotcha.
And sometimes it causes the marriage to be suffering, and at times the woman feels as though she's shortchanged and this kind of thing, because they probably started off by saying, look, boy, this is just a fling, and then it developed because it has been going on for years and this kind of stuff, you know. And so there has to be an end to this thing, and the end was quite devastating, quite tragic, you know.
Got it.
Because it's a mash-up business. I mean, it's so can the man regain the trust of his wife? Can the woman forgive and move on? Will she haunt, and this probably could even be a sequel, will she continue to haunt him? We have not looked at the impact of the friendship, even though she says leave, and all that kind of stuff. We don't know, but it's how human beings, how we operate, and it's quite interesting, but full of fun. Wow. And I'm very pleased with the cast. You know, they are delivering, and the areas which we have worked already is a testament to the piece of work. We've always played to full houses, and the commendations and how people see them, and they can talk with one of the characters and say they know of somebody, they feel for the person, and this kind of stuff. It's just quite amazing.
Before you go, how do you come up with the premises or the foundation for your plays? Is it from other people? Is it from real life? What is it?
Some from real life, some imagined.
Okay.
Because this one was an imaginary one.
Okay.
But this one it seems as though we are going to have to run it forever because it is so, people love it so much. I mean, you know, I've always said to one of my actresses, Audrey, that I think her best role in any of the plays that I've done is in Embassy Saga. But what she's doing with this role it just gives me, or tells me, as I have always known, the level of talent that she has. And with guidance, she can be one of the brightest talents that we have in Jamaica. When she seriously takes on to a role, she can, it's just incredible what she can do to it, and the discoveries that she's made, and how she portrays this role. It's quite alarming.
That's saying a lot.
Amazing. No, it is true.
Yeah.
It is sincere because I have seen it.
Right.
And you know, me cuss bad word, and me will tell them my mind and so on. But it's one of the things that is amazing about her when she really transforms. Yeah.
Is theater a thriving culture in Jamaica, or is it a dying breed?
Look here, we have to be fighting now with the technology, but theatre has always been a lively thing in Jamaica. One of the problems we're having is that we're lacking space, performing spaces, and I have been, in every opportunity I get, I say government. The government is to blame, and if government were paying attention to it, then private sector would join, and we would have spaces, creative spaces, multifaceted spaces where you can have music, dance, drama right around the country, because our Jamaican people love theater. They'll go and watch a play, they'll go and look at a dance presentation too, and them have the reggae music. So I just feel that we have the governments have shortchanged the people in relation to that. And we don't encourage theater or drama and dance in primary schools and all that. Other countries do. Sometimes we're going to little places, and you see them have a nice space where children dance, where children perform, and all like that. And we big Jamaica, we don't have nothing. It's just kind of shameful.
One of the reasons why I wanted to do this interview with both of you is because I've admired both of your works for many, many years. Coming from a different island than Jamaica, we tend to appreciate people's culture and what they do because we don't have an Oliver in my country, or we don't have an Audrey Reed in my country. When you think about your legacy, what do you think about? What would you like it to be?
You know, we talk about legacy. What is legacy? Legacy is the work that you have done.
Right. A body of work, what people
the body of
remember
work
you by.
that you have done.
Right.
my legacy. He brought laughter to the Caribbean
I like that.
and the world, you know.
I like that.
Yeah, that's because that's what I never went into this for any acclaim, any awards, any recognition. I went into this because it's something I love, and if I could every time perform, I was writing. Every time I perform, I'm telling a story.
Right.
But if I could, every time I perform, write a story, write a book, then I would be the happiest person.
I'm going to make this part 1 because when we come back another time, we're going to talk about your Hollywood story.
Yeah, but
Because I sense you don't want to talk about it for whatever reason. So
no, and you know, listen, because I don't want you to come back another time, I'm going to give you my Hollywood story. I love how you trick me. I love how you trick me, and I am so gullible. I am going to take it on.
Okay.
No. All of my youth, and I want to, after that incident, I want to go to Hollywood, right? So when we first started traveling, I think Audrey was along with them, we were invited to Hollywood.
The Hollywood.
No, to Hollywood.
To Hollywood. Okay.
No, me a boss and I tell a few people how I go Hollywood and thing, and I go use the opportunity, and I go try to go get an audition, and I want to meet this person. But when I realized where I was going, it was Hollywood in Florida.
Are you serious?
I didn't know there was a Hollywood in Florida.
Wow.
So you know, so my balloon bus, it was right up there. The first time we traveled out was up in Hollywood.
So you've never been to Hollywood?
Oh yes, I've been to Hollywood. I've auditioned for a television show. I met the man, Mr. Cosby, then, and all of that, you know. And I've walked into some studios. But yeah, I've been to Hollywood.
That's pretty. See, that wasn't so hard, was it?
No. Now you know.
Well, let me just tell you, man, from the folks, on behalf of the people in Nevis, St. Kitts, you know, my hometown, we appreciate you. We appreciate
my lovely St. Kitts and Nevis. Oh, yes.
We appreciate
the
your
best
work.
goat water is in Nevis.
You know. You know. But we do appreciate your work. We appreciate what you've done for the Caribbean. You know, not just Jamaica, but the Caribbean.
Yeah.
And me personally, I appreciate you. I appreciate Audrey, what you've done. And I thank you.
Thank you
Appreciate
so much,
you.
sir. Thank you very much. All the very best.
Thank you. There you have it, Mr. Oliver Samuels. The play is called Teeth and Tongue. And I like the way you spell the teeth and the tongue.
Yes.
It's a mix-up thing.
Yes.
We'll catch you next time on another edition of Take 5.
This episode of Take 5 with Ricovibes is brought to you by
Jamaica, me love Jamaica, me not sell out.
Join us in paradise, where 7 miles of white sandy beaches, beautiful people, delectable food, and pulsating music, energy, and vibes is the norm.
Anytime we apart.
Let's celebrate 15 years of making dreams a reality. It's Campari Dream Weekend, Negril, Jamaica, August 2 to 6th, 2024. 5 days of non-stop premium drink and food inclusive events. It's the festival that never sleeps, featuring local and international artists and DJs that leave you breathless day and night. Forget all the stress that life brings for 5 days of fun can done.
My dude.
Come to Jamaica. Come to Campari Dream Weekend. Starting from as low as $300 for 8 events over 5 days with $100 deposit. All events are premium drink and food inclusive. Book now at dreamweekend.com. Must be 18 years or older to attend. Drink responsibly.